So I talk to a lot of people, and one of the things I love hearing about is I love hearing what successful people do in the morning. Do you have a specific morning routine that you follow?
I do. Nobody has ever asked me that though.
I'm asking all the hard-hitting questions.
Well, no. Listen, I read those. I remember. I used to listen to Tim Ferriss all the time, and I
Yeah.
love his stuff. And he asks people a similar question, and I see a lot of similarities. And I've adopted some of some of the things that I do from others.
Mhm.
One is first thing I do in the morning is I do transcendental meditation
Okay.
every morning, 20 minutes. Did it this morning. Um, Highly recommend. I work out. I'm sitting in my gym area right there. You can see
Mhm.
gym. I meditate in the chair that I'm in, and then I go over there and I work out and I run. I read. I read at least 20 minutes every morning. I journal. I have a gratefulness and appreciation practice that I practice either in the evening or the morning.
Mhm.
I eat healthy. I try to eat plant-based food.
Mhm.
And what else do I do? I, walk the dog every morning.
Yeah.
Yeah, you saw her in the picture when I showed you over there, but I walk the dog every morning. And, when I do these things, especially the meditation, I feel if I just don't get to some of these things, it it definitely affects my day. I've had my kids say, "Daddy, did you meditate today? Because you're beeping the horn awfully a lot today on the way to school." I still take my kids to school, make their lunches.
Yeah.
I never get too busy for any of that kind of stuff. The family time and things like that. So people may be surprised of some of those things, maybe not. I hope not. But if you haven't tried meditation,
Mhm.
and I go to a lot of these legal conferences, and I've heard speakers talk about visualizations, and I've tried that, and I think that's an interesting practice, visualizing
Yeah.
things. The journaling, I'm just playing with now. Learned about I don't know if you've ever heard of the Hoffman Institute, which is it's a spiritual learning and retreat that a lot of people go on, that I learned from the Tim Ferriss podcast. That I did this about 6 weeks ago, which was an amazing experience.
Hmm.
They have a lot of exercises that they recommend you do in the morning, and different check-ins with your intellect and your body and other parts. And that's really interesting. So the reason I told you that last part, Andy, is I'm always evolving.
Yeah.
I'm always picking up something new, and I try it on. And if it
Mhm.
works, I keep it. If it doesn't work, I let it go.
Yeah.
So I don't have a list on my wall of these 8 things I must do, but those three or 4 or 5 that I started with, I do every morning.
Mhm.
It sets my day off well. And it sets me up for a great day. And I find that when I went to bed too late and I get up too early and I'm in a rush and I just stumble out of the house, it's not as good of a day.
Yeah. Yeah. I agree with that. I do a lot of those same things. I do the meditation in the morning, and the days that I don't do it, I just kind of don't feel as like, I can't explain it. I feel kind of just like discombobulated or something. You know what I mean? Like, it's just this weird feeling. Yeah, I do. I like meditating in the morning though. It's definitely a nice start for the day.
And you're supposed to have a nice glass of warm water every morning. There's my Abbott and Costello glass. You
Yeah.
eat a glass of water every morning with a little lemon in it. Some people put some honey, some cayenne pepper in it to get your digestion going.
Yeah.
But that's just one that just came to me. That
Is it warm or is it cold? Because I drink 20 ounces of cold water first thing when I wake up.
You know what? Research that. I don't know. I've been told warm. I don't.
Yeah.
I don't warm it. I don't cold it. What's sitting on my nightstand? I have a full glass. I drink it before I get out of bed.
Yeah.
Come to a meditation chair. Do my TM.
Yeah.
TM.org. If anybody wants to learn more about it. What kind of meditation do you do, Andy?
I have the Headspace app.
Mhm.
So I don't even know. It's just a guy with a nice soothing Australian accent that tells me to breathe in and out, and it works.
I've tried different apps. My girlfriend has a particular app that I tried for a little while, and I went back to the TM because I thought it got me in a better.
Yeah. You said tm.org.
Yeah, transcendental meditation. A lot of people do it. There's a lot of videos out on it. Jerry Seinfeld and others. Howard Stern's a huge fan of it, and
Yeah.
they talk about it a lot. And you have to be trained in it. You have to have a one-on-one training,
Mhm.
which is pretty cool. Been doing it for a few years now. So, yeah, but
Okay.
if your thing's working, do that. But
Yeah.
if you're
I
looking for
feel
something
like
new,
I'm always evolving. I'm adding things and taking things away. And I'm curious about the reason I said the water temperature is I was just curious if you knew something about the water temperature that I didn't, because I had always heard cold. But again, like I said, I'm always trying to evolve. And if there's a reason for it to be warm, I'd love to hear that as well.
well, we should research that. But I have
Yeah.
heard warmer. I have definitely heard warmer is better. I've heard, ice at restaurants, get it without the ice because it's better for your system not to have cold water, which doesn't make a
Yeah.
ton of sense.
Yeah.
I'm not 100% sure why, but I'm not an expert in that. But I just drink. I know I drink you're dehydrated after you
Oh
sleep.
yeah. Yeah.
And you
Absolutely.
definitely need to replenish.
Yeah.
I think it doesn't matter, hot or cold. Get 12, 16 ounces of water in you first thing in the morning, and it definitely gets things moving.
You know what I found? I used to drink a lot of coffee. Like I would drink 3, 4 cups of coffee every morning, and shockingly, my blood pressure was high. So I stopped drinking coffee. And now what I do is I drink the water, and I find that I don't need coffee anymore because most of the time you're dehydrated, and then the water gives me a lot of energy, and I'm awake, and I don't even need the coffee for energy. So maybe it's a mental thing. I don't know. It works for me though.